A new chapter of life begins. Just walking into a new life. Joanna Duggar may be pursuing happiness after years of suffering. But the reason for suddenly talking like this? Let's tell you the unknown events from the beginning to the end through the video today. So let's start the video without delay. But before that, I want to tell you one more thing. Hashtag Amy Duggar continues to break free from Jim Bob's rules. Amy Duggar has long made it clear that she has no intention of following the strict code of conduct that her uncle, Jim Bob Duggar, is famous for. While her famous family became synonymous with fundamentalist values, Amy has earned a reputation as the rebel of the Duggar clan. These days, it seems Amy is more determined than ever to live life on her own terms, possibly inspired by her cousins who have also started to push back against the rigid beliefs they were raised with. Hashtag making her own path. Even during the height of the Duggar family's reality TV fame, Amy was known for questioning Jim Bob's stringent rules and carving out her own path. But in the wake of the Josh Duggar scandals and the family's subsequent fall from grace, Amy has become more vocal in her criticism of her famous uncle. Amy, alongside her cousin Jill Duggar, was one of the few family members to appear in the controversial Amazon Prime documentary Shiny Happy People. In the film, she opened up about the emotional turmoil of watching her cousins grow up in such a controlling environment. But Amy's defiance isn't just about revisiting the past. She's also found ways to celebrate her freedom from Jim Bob's influence in her day-to-day life. Hashtag living life on her own terms. Earlier this week, Amy took to Instagram to share some photos from a hot tub date night with her husband, Dylan King. In the post, Amy hinted at how much she enjoyed the evening with her husband, humorously noting that the experience cheered her up. The photos show Amy in a bikini, a choice that clearly goes against the Duggar dress code, which requires women to dress modestly at all times. In addition, she and Dylan are seen sipping champagne, another activity that's strictly forbidden in Jim Bob's world. This isn't the first time Amy has challenged her uncle's strict rules, and it likely won't be the last. Jim Bob was reportedly displeased when he found out that his daughter Jill had started drinking, so it's easy to imagine that Amy's social media post ruffled a few feathers as well. Hashtag speaking her truth. Amy isn't just challenging Jim Bob through her lifestyle choices, she's also working on a memoir, much like her cousin Jill. While Jill's memoir provided a candid look at the challenges of growing up in such a strict household, Amy's book is expected to continue this trend of truth-telling. Although Jim Bob might view his niece's actions as a betrayal, it's more likely that Amy and Jill have independently realized that true happiness means living life on their own terms. Despite any tensions, Jill has expressed a desire to improve her relationship with her father, which suggests that neither cousin holds a personal grudge against him. Ultimately, both Amy and Jill seem committed to living authentically, even if it means challenging the values they were raised with. Meanwhile, Jim Bob will undoubtedly see their choices as a threat to the beliefs he holds dear. Hashtag Amy Duggar defies family dress code in yellow bikini, sips champagne in new photos. Amy Duggar is once again making waves by breaking away from her uncle Jim Bob Duggar's strict rules. The former 19 Kids and Counting star, now 37, took to Instagram on Monday, August 26th, to share photos of herself enjoying a hot tub date night with her husband, Dylan King. In the snapshots, Amy is seen wearing a revealing yellow bikini and sipping on champagne, both of which would be frowned upon in the Duggar household. One photo shows Amy posing for a selfie with Dylan, while another solo shot highlights her figure in the bold swimwear. She captioned the post with a light-hearted note, "I wasn't sad, turns out I just needed a hot tub date night with my Taz." Hashtag fans show support. It wasn't long before Amy's followers flooded the comments section with praise. "Looks amazing. You look beautiful," one fan wrote. Another added, "Looking gorgeous." Amy's choice of attire and beverage stand in stark contrast to the modest lifestyle upheld by her famous family. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, now 58 and 57 respectively, raised their children with a strict dress code that emphasized modesty, especially for the girls, who were encouraged to cover up and avoid clothing that revealed too much skin. Drinking alcohol was also prohibited. Hashtag a history of defiance. Amy has always been known as the rebellious Duggar, often choosing her own path rather than adhering to her uncle's rules. Meanwhile, her cousins, who were raised under Jim Bob and Michelle's conservative guidance, have also begun to push back against these restrictions in recent years. Back in 2013, Michelle reflected on her decision to embrace modesty after becoming a born-again Christian. During a Q&A with TLC, she shared how she felt God urging her to change her wardrobe. "I felt like the Lord was saying to me, you know what, you probably shouldn't be wearing that. It's a little bit low cut, or a little bit too high," she said. Michelle explained that she chose to obey this calling, even before fully understanding it. ######## A shift among the Duggars. While Amy has long forged her own path, other Duggar women have also started to break away from the family's dress code. Jinger Vuolo, née Duggar, for instance, opened up about her decision to wear pants during a June appearance on the Unplanned podcast. She shared how, after years of wearing skirts, she decided to make the switch but initially honored her parents by wearing skirts during her visits home. Jinger acknowledged that while some might view her choice as insignificant, it was a major shift for her family. Similarly, Jill Dillard, née Duggar, has spoken out about her decision to wear pants and how it affected her relationship with her parents. In her 2023 memoir Counting the Cost, Jill revealed that her father, Jim Bob, gave her a book on modesty after learning about her wardrobe change, leaving her feeling embarrassed and humiliated. ###### breaking free. For Amy, stepping out in a bikini and enjoying a glass of champagne is just another way of living life on her own terms, away from the strict rules that defined her childhood. And judging by the support she receives from her followers, it's clear that many admire her for it. ###Duggar news, Jason Duggar breaks family traditions, could be tying the knot soon. Over the years, fans of the Duggar family have watched as some of the siblings began to question the strict Christian fundamentalist beliefs they were raised with. Following the scandals, particularly the arrest of Josh Duggar for possessing CSAM and the revelations in Shiny Happy People about their toxic lifestyle, several Duggar siblings have started to forge their own paths. Jason Duggar is one of them. Jason's social media activity indicates that he is no longer following the rigid rules set by his family, especially when it comes to relationships. Initially, Jason introduced a mystery woman to his followers, and now she's known as Maddie Grace. With their relationship going strong, fans are speculating that wedding bells might be in the near future. So, when is Jason getting married? Could Maddie be the one?